Morning, everyone. Today travel, we'll get deep into the world of Linux. It's my first video. I'm not that good at making them because I I think you'll be seeing everything blurry, but not my fault. It's the software's fault, which in my case is OBS. Uh, I'll show you basic commands so that you can start from the beginning, step by step. For example, what all these terms mean, like mkdir, capital mkdir. What does this mean? Or cd or clear. Clear is pretty clear. Sorry about that. But what does these mean? Like what's sudo? What the hell is this? I'm going to show you them. What do they do? mkdir stands for make directory because folders in Linux are called directories. So mkdir, I'm going to show you my directory. You can do this by ls, so list, which means basically list. It lists everything you have on your desktop. In this case, I only have this folder, which is my working folder. Or you could just do, if you didn't know where you were, you could just do pwd and it would printed you where you are right now. And so, as we said, mkdir stands for make directory and it creates folders. So, what I can do is start create a folder called test and create it. With the ls command, we can see that the test folder is over here. But now, well, okay, you can't just click on the text to open the folder. You have to type in a command. This is called CLI, which stands for Command Line Interface. Apart from the GUI, which is the graphical user interface, which is the desktop, the computer itself, okay, this is the graphical user interface with all of the buttons, the things. The CLI, it's just plain text. So it's just you type things and things happen. I hate the sound when I try to press backspace when nothing is on the thing and does this horrible, horrible sound. Can I like, no, I can't. Well, as we were saying, cd stands for change directory. So if I do cd and then it's the name of the folder I created right now, is going to change directory. It's going to show it right here. So we can do ls, and there's nothing here because there's nothing in the folder right now. But we can fix that. We can fix it by running a command, which is like administrator privileges in Windows. It is called sudo. Sudo acts like the administrator account for Linux. It lets you do almost everything except for deleting your system, which is a good thing. You could do it, but it's a bit more complicated. You don't have to. You won't. You mustn't do it because it's going to rip apart your computer. Well, with the sudo command, we could type sudo su to enter the root account. It is called root in Linux. I don't have a password. If you created a password for your computer, and this sound makes me so angry. If you created a password for your computer, you have to put a password. I had it, but I deleted it because it's too slow for me to type things. The clear command, notice, the clear command lets you remove, maybe let's do this, cd dot dot takes you back to the directory before this, because this is my home directory, okay? This is the normal one, and this is the one I created. If I want to exit this folder, I can type cd space dot dot. So I'm going to get back. If I do ls in here, you can see nothing happens. If I do ls in here, all of these things are going to show up, but I don't want a terminal that's so messy and like it's full of junk. So I can clear up the page with a clear command, and it clears everything. So as I was saying, the clear command clears everything on the page. If you want to install, for example, a tool or software in the Linux terminal, you would have to use package managers, which in my case, because I'm using Ubuntu, is APT, which stands for Advanced Package Transmission or something like that. I don't quite remember. APT install and the package name. For example, it could be wine, which is used for things that I yet don't know, and I don't need wine, but it was just an example. Then we have this sound. Oh, it's breaking my ears apart. Okay. Then we have the options like how can I create a text file in the Linux terminal? Well, you could use multiple text editors. My favorite is Micro, and you can install Micro by typing apt install Micro, which is the name of the package, -y. It's not really required, but it's good to add it. Like, uh, if I don't know. Like, just if you want, you can add the -y thing. There's no need to. I already have installed Micro, so there's no need to do it. From default, the Linux terminal comes with a cool command that's called touch. Touch lets you create files without you entering on the editing mode. So if I, for example, do me first enter the folder. If I for example go into test with the tab, you can auto complete things with test. If you don't have it, you press the T and capital T in my case because I wrote it in like all caps lock, and you can go into test and you can do micro file.textension. I prefer the .md one, but .txt is going to work just fine. Whatever suits you best. Micro file.txt. For example, every text editor has other functions. Micro lets you write whatever you want, whatever. And you press Ctrl S to save the file and Ctrl Q to exit it. And you saw that you just entered this file and edited it. But now you may ask, how can I read what I wrote down? Well, it's simple. Using the cat command, you put in the file name dot extension and you see whatever you wrote in it. Awesome, isn't it? Then maybe if you want to, sorry, maybe you want to delete the file that you just wrote. Well, you can do this with the remove command, which is rm, and then the file name. But for example, let's say you want to remove the entire folder. You can exit out of the folder with cd space dot dot ls, and you can do that remove dash r to erase everything with so the subfolders, subfiles that are in that folder. Like on Windows, you click on the folder full of things and you deleted it. You delete it. That's going to delete also everything that's in that folder with it. So the remove-r command removes everything that's into test. And as you can see, test's not here anymore. You can clear up the page and do ls, and it's not here anymore. And you may wonder, okay, but what does the touch command do? Well, the touch command lets you create any file with the proper extension, but without you having to edit them first. You can do it in a second moment with, for example, microfile.txt, and you can do this. I pressed Ctrl Q. Clever. What the hell is clever? Sorry. It may be a bit confusing because sometimes you type wrong things, like once I typed KS and not LS. There's a tool used for this purpose, which is called fish. So apt install fish. I already have it, and I prefer actually using the sudo version of fish. Sudo fish. And you can see that everything got highlighted in some kind of color. And if I type C, it is going to tell me, it's a bit gray, I don't know if you can see it, but it's going to suggest me what I can type after. So if I press the right arrow on, I think it is on the down right area of the keyboard, you can do this and it types clear. ls, and we have everything in it. We remove the file.txt, and there's no here anymore. It's not here anymore. What do we have then? For example, if I wanted to edit some kind of .conf thing, which is a configuration file, maybe used for proxy chains, which is another tool used in penetration testing to hide your IP to peeing eyes. But that's another thing. I'm going to do another video about it because in this channel we're also going to talk about penetration testing and cybersecurity, because why not? I have that knowledge, I want to share it. So, you did all of this, great. But what about what can I do? Like, I don't know the name of packages, so I don't know the name of tools. So how can I search for tools? Well, it's simple. apt-cache, I don't know how to pronounce it, search, and then the package file, maybe a word or something that resembles it. For example, if I want a proxy, I just type in proxy, and it was lots of listing. Like, these are all packages that I can use as proxies. Note that only this thing separated by the dash is the actual name. This is the definition of what is going to do. What is the tool going to do? For example, let's say I want to use uh, IRC, IRSSI. It's a terminal-based IRC client, which is like a internet relay chat. It stands for Internet Relay Chat, which is a like of a anonymous messaging software, something like that, or something like this. Or maybe I just don't want to search for that and search for something else. You can always do this with something else, like let's say maybe it's a something like scan to scan for, I don't know, vulnerabilities and something like SQL map or nmap even. But you were wondering, what is this? What's happening to my screen? Why is this like, am I really typing? Am I typing really fast, or is some kind of trick? Well, you can switch between wrote commands, like because the PC remembers what you wrote. If I'm now going to write like this, it is going. No, it's not a command, so it doesn't exist. But if I type clear and I maybe want to get back to that command, but I don't remember what I wrote, I can just press the up arrow key, and it appears. Majestic, isn't it? And what about removing packages? What about removing tools? How can I do that? Well, it's simple. apt remove the package name. So, for example, I'm going to do wine, even if I don't remember if I have it, or maybe symmetric, which is some just kind of aesthetic thing that makes the screen makes ones and zeros rain down like in the Matrix movie. I can do this, and it removes Matrix. You have to use an option. Before you can install anything, you have to press Y for yes and N for no. I'm going to press no because I don't really want to remove it. Why not? I'm going to keep it, and it said abort. So it stopped the removal of the tool. Then, what should we say now? Did you finally learn the basics of Linux? Of course, my tutorial is the first one I make, at least in years, and I'm pretty rust up a bit. So, hope you enjoyed all of this, and I hope I was of some kind of help to anyone watching this, and we'll see in another video. Goodbye.